Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is hole numbers 4 through 6 of the Winter Major 2025 Tournament Master Division qualifying round. For hole number 4, we're going to be using a Sniper level 10 and a Kingslayer ball. You can set your aim or your spin in any order you like. I'm going to set my aim first. What you want to do to make sure that you are in the correct position, rotate your view so you're looking back toward the tee box. And then we're going to have our blue ring touching the bunker and the rough. So 2 different points with our blue ring. Then we're going to use 1.6 top spin with 2.5 right spin. And then here comes the quote unquote tricky part, or at least potentially tricky for me to explain. Hopefully I can explain it well. But our adjustment is a custom adjustment. There's no specific app setting that we're able to use, unfortunately, because as wind increases, we need to exponentially increase our over adjustment. So here's how I did it. 9.2 and 9.3 wind, which we have 9.3 wind here. Those 2 winds are going to be 1 wind per ring. So my adjustment here is 9.3 rings. If you had 9.2 wind, you would adjust 9.2 rings. So 1 wind per ring. Then for every 2 yards different, you're going to add or subtract 0.1 ring from a 1 wind per ring adjustment. So if we increase our wind, say we had 9.4 or 9.5, we've gone up no more than 2 yards, we're going to add 0.1 to our wind. So if I had 9.4 wind, I would adjust 9.5. And you're going to do that every 2 yards going up to 10.4, which is the max wind for a wind 8 ball. And then vice versa, if you go down in wind, so 9.1, 9.0, you would subtract 0.1 from your wind, and then you'd have your adjustment. So I hope that makes sense. Again, it's a custom adjustment, no specific app settings that we're able to use. I'm going to center the ball, hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the fairway. We're going to bounce over the bunker and then roll onto the green. And we're going to drop center cut for the hole in one. For hole number 5, we're going to start off with a rock level 9 and a power 6 ball. Any power 6 ball is fine. I'm using a Titan because I'm also going to use that to more easily set my spin. But we're going to set up a P6 max rest with our rock, blue ring touching the rough on the right. Swap over to APOC 5 and above with Grizzly 9 as our long iron. Then we're going to use 6 topspin, 2 right spin. APOC 5 users will use max topspin since you don't have 6 bars available. And then I'm swapping over to my Kingslayer ball. P0 max plus 20% elevation is the adjustment. And then we're going to, if you have APOC 5, you're going to push up 0.2 rings to make up for that difference in topspin. Then we're going to use 1 ball of right curl with just before circle drop overpower. We did hit perfect. We're going to bounce down the middle of the fairway, and we're going to roll out for a drive distance of 389 yards. Note down your drive distance, which we need to use for our adjustment on the approach. For our approach shot, we're going to be using a Grizzly level 9. Start off by applying our spin, which is going to be a hard 3 top spin with 2 right spin. Then we're going to position ourselves in the rough so that the inner ring is touching the fairway and the ball guide is through the hole. And as I mentioned, we're using drive distance to determine our adjustment for the approach. So with a 389-yard drive, my adjustment is P0 plus 20% elevation at 10% slider, which with a 9.0 wind will be 8.3 rings pulling from the white ring. Then we're going to center the ball. We hit perfect. Ball is going to land in the rough, roll out onto the green, and we're going to come in nicely center cup for the eagle. For hole number 6, we're going to be starting off with an extra mile level 9 and a power 4 ball. First, we're going to set our aim, which is going to be max stretch with our red ring touching the rough to our left. Then I'm going to swap over to a luminary ball and apply max topspin with extra mile and 1 left spin. We're also going to adjust with our extra mile using P0 max plus 20% elevation, pulling from the blue ring, which is going to be 5.9 rings with this wind. Then you can swap to APOC 7 Plus or Thor's Hammer level 8 if you like. With APOC, we're going to use 1.5 balls of left curl with max overpower. With extra mile and Thor, we're just going to use max left curl with max overpower. And we did hit perfect. We're going to land in the first fairway, bounce over the rough into the next fairway. And then we're going to finish on the right half of the fairway with a drive distance of 426 yards. For our approach shot, we're going to be using a sniper level 10. First thing that we're going to do is set our aim, which is going to be yellow ring touching the bunker, blue ring touching the rough. Once we have our aim set, we're going to apply spin as needed so that the tip of the ball guide is about half a square through the hole. And then we'll use our landing position plus yardage, which is +7, to determine our adjustment. So with 11.1 wind and a +7 landing position, I'm going to play this one wind -3. So my adjustment here is 8.1 rings, pulling from the white ring. And then finally, we're going to apply underpower just before circle break. We hit perfect. Ball is going to land in the fairway, bounce up onto the green, and we are going to come in nicely center cup for the Albatross. For further instructions on how to play these holes, make sure you guys click the link below and subscribe to Master Tournament Guides through Golf Clash Tommy. Good luck in your qualifying rounds.